Good afternoon, Libya team. Thank you for joining me today in our Stretch and Relaxation Friday here. So for all of you that are new here, this exercise is for when you've done your hard workouts and you just need a recovery day. So I'm going to break you through how we use the wall to help do that today. So all our stretches, most of them I should say, are going to involve the wall. So what you're going to need is a mat. You're also going to need some water. And before starting any exercise routine, always talk to your doctor and make sure that it's an appropriate exercise for you. So starting out, what we're going to do is we're going to grab the wall right away and we're just going to do some leg swings. So what that looks like is just bring our leg back and forth. And I got to come up a little bit closer because I just kicked the wall behind me. And that's not what we want to do. So we're going to start out nice and low. Then bring it higher and higher as we can. So we're going to do this for a few seconds today. And getting that leg nice and loosened up. Try to get as far back as you can too, while keeping your chest nice and tall. All right. Go ahead and shake it out, shake it out. We'll go ahead and switch sides here. So go ahead, same thing. Kick as far forward as you can, then back. We're going to do this for a few seconds. So find a nice comfortable pace. Then challenge yourself so you can reach a little bit higher each time. This dynamic stretching is an excellent way to start any exercise routine. Always keep that in mind. You always want to start your exercise routine with something that loosens you up. Dynamic stretching is one of the best ways to do that. All right. We'll go ahead and shake it out. All right. So the next one we're going to do is not going to need the wall. We're not going to need the wall for, but my neck is a little tight, so I want to do it today. And what that is, we're just going to do some neck rolls. So arms will stay down to the side here. You're going to start really close with your neck, and then back the other way. And then same thing. So I want you to do that 8 more times. Try to get a little bit further each time. A little bit of a longer stretch in there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. All right, feel that looseness in your neck. That's awesome. That's what we're aiming for with that one. A lot of times we tend to get really tight necks, especially before our exercise. What a tight neck will do, or a tight back even, push our neck forward during the exercises, and that's not what we want. We want to actually make a double chin through a lot of our exercises, and that includes anything we do today. You don't want to reach with your neck. You want to keep it stacked above the middle of your body here. And that's what we're aiming for. So next one we're going to do is something called the wall angels. So I've done these before in different exercise videos. We'll be adding this in today as one of our beginning stretches. It's a really great exercise, especially for individuals with a tight back or who just got done with a back activity or back exercise. So what you do is arms are against the wall here or as close as you can. If this is all they can reach, that's totally fine. The main purpose is you want your back entirely against the wall. And you're going to move your arms up as high as they can. Try to keep them close to the wall as you do it. And then down again. What that's going to do is stretch out your back as you go up and come back down. So do it 9 more times and get a nice big stretch in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to do a couple more because I can feel the tightness. In fact, my back's kind of leaving the wall. So I got to keep that in mind that I might need to put my arms closer. We need to do this correctly. Whew. Oh man. That was actually a little tough for me. It's been a while since I've done those, and my back really needed that. Alright, next one we're doing today. We're actually going to hit the mat here, and what you're going to do is something that's really good for your hips. So I like to call them the wall, hip, push, pull. And you'll see in a moment why. So, I'm going to be on the ground here. I'm going to get a little bit further back so you can see a little bit better. Both legs 90-degree angle right here, both against the wall as starting out. What we're going to do now is one leg's going to push against the wall, the other is going to push against our hands. Then you're going to count 1, 2, 3, back down. And that is one set there. And then 1, 2, 3, back down. That is set 2. So what that's going to do is you're going to feel a pinch right about hip here in your hip. And that's just working, stretching those hips, making sure instead of being so tight, we loosen them up a little bit. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do 8 more of those on one side, then we're going to switch legs and do 10 on the other side. So go ahead and finish up. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 7. 1, 2, 3, 8. 1, 2, 3, 9. 1, 2, 3, 10. Go ahead and switch legs. Again, now the right leg's pushing against the wall, left leg is pushing against my hands. So 1, 2, 3, down. 1, 2, 3, down. So that's 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 7. 1, 2, 3, 8. 1, 2, 3, 9. 1, 2, 3, 10. Go ahead, spread them out, shake them out a little bit. Get that feeling back in your legs. And since we're down here, we might as well move to the other leg things that we have that use the wall. So, one thing we're going to do is we're going to put our feet up against here. We're going to slowly spread out wide here. Again, this is a great stretch for your inner hip section here. For your thighs, so just a nice, great, big stretch for that. Try to get a little bit further out. So, as you know, splits are pretty hard for a lot of people. This is a little bit easier because you don't have that constant pressure building up against the bottom of your feet there. And this way, you can just let gravity do the stretch for you instead of trying to hold yourself up the whole time, which can be difficult with doing the splits. But this works the exact same muscles without having to do the actual split or hold yourself up during that split. be here a little bit longer. Try to get a little bit deeper into stretch. Back up nice and slow. You can bend the knees if you need to, make it a little bit easier. Like that. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to stretch out our hamstrings. Or the back of your legs even. So, go ahead and sit as close to the wall as possible with your butt. And we're just going to let the wall again do the stretch here. So a lot of us, at least for me in particular, I can't stretch that far. So just doing this is a lot of stretching. So touching my toes is a lot, normally when I'm standing up. But when I'm doing this against the wall, again, I'm letting the wall do the stretch for me. So I can just sit here and let the wall do the work. For those who are more flexible, you might need to do a little pull here. Just like that. Against your calf. I'm not that flexible, so I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to have my feet up now. Now that I've done the splits here, I'm just going to have to do the toe touch here. Again, let the wall do the work for me. Stretch out the back of my legs. And if you're feeling like you need a little more of a challenge, try to lift up a little bit. Push your legs against the wall, lift up a little, see if you can get a deeper stretch. I'm staying here. And if you need to let off the pressure, lift your knees up a little bit. And head back down. Get nice breaths in there. Alright, bend your knees out. Take your legs down nice and slow. We'll actually come back up for the rest of the activities today. So slowly roll over. Get on up. Nice and slow, nice and even. And we'll continue with our legs here. So, now that we got them nice and loosened up, we're going to work on another muscle that gets ignored. And that particular muscle that likes to get stretched is on the outside of our hips here. So there's one long muscle that reaches from our hip all the way down to our calves. In order to stretch that one out, there's a couple different ways. A lot of people will do that. Warrior one stretch, where you go forward, dig into that knee and stretch it out. I want to show you another way using the wall. So, hand against the wall here, about shoulder height. What you're going to do now is you're going to lean your hip in. You might need to lower your arm a little bit more. What you're going to do is you're going to feel a stretch right here when you got it correct. So I do feel a stretch, but I want to adjust a little bit. There we go. Feel it much better there. So I'm here. You can see I'm not up at that 90-degree bend in the arm, a little bit more than that. And then I lean my hip in. And that's where I'm going to feel that stretch there. Again, if you need the pressure to take off a little bit, come back up, go back down. back up, nice and slow. Go ahead and switch sides. You might need to adjust as you need to when you switch sides, and that's okay. But find what feels comfortable, but still gives you a good stretch. Again, we want to feel it on the outside of your hip. That's the goal. Sink deeper if you can. Come back up nice and slow. All right, shake it out if you need to. I definitely do there. Oof. That part of my muscle was tight. Man. So next one we're gonna do is we're gonna use the wall again for another back stretch. So what we're gonna do is we've done this before with chairs before. So now, in case you don't have a chair, here's another way you can do it. Is you're gonna have your hands against the wall here, and you're just going to stretch down. Again, you want your hands as low as they can go, or as long as you can possibly go. And you're going to stretch down, push against the wall, push your upper back down towards the ground. And you're going to feel that stretch right in your scapula area, upper back section. That's what we're aiming for with this stretch. So go ahead and do that. We'll be here for a couple minutes, finishing up our stretches today. Breaths. Come back up, nice and slow. Next one we're going to do is a nice shoulder upper back stretch. This is the last one of the day here. Probably one you have seen before. A lot of people will do these on the ground. I like to call them open books. So where you're at, if both arms are against the wall like this here. Get back a little bit further so you can see better. What you're going to do is open as far as you can. Nice big shoulder stretch. You can see I can't go that far, but some people will be able to reach all the way to the other onto the wall here. But you're not moving your legs or your upper body, you're just moving your arms as far as they'll allow you and as far as your upper back will allow you. So it's a nice big stretch for your shoulders and your upper back. I want you to do 10 each way or each arm. So first one with the right arm, left arm against the wall. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. Perfect. Go ahead and switch sides. 10 the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, shake it out if you need to. Well, thank you for joining me today on the stretch and relaxation using the wall. I hope you learned a little something. I hope you got some new ideas for your exercise routine, new ways to do an active rest. If you have any questions, always feel free to email us at fitness@livia.com. Thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next Friday.